So you may have noticed that all of a sudden I went completely silent on Twitter. You may have even noticed that for a period of about 2 weeks my account was frozen, meaning I was completely locked out from doing any type of Twitter activity. So what was I doing that was so dangerous that Twitter decided that they didn't want to have anything to do with me anymore? And what important lessons can be learned at my expense? Stick around to find out. Okay, so you've seen my site, you've seen my blog, you've seen my entire business and everything I do and how I run it. I've been really transparent in this blog. So it's obvious that I don't do anything that could be misconstrued as questionable in the eyes of Twitter. I basically use Twitter to send people good tips on improving their online business. So what did I do recently that had Twitter going so crazy to stop my account? So the story goes, one day, like normal, I was typing up a regular tweet and I hit the update button and suddenly in big bold letters they say, your account has been suspended, please wait while we look into this, or something like that. So I'm like, what? Suspended? So pretty much I raced to the page that they referred me to. I read everything there is to try to find out what in the world that I might be doing wrong, what's happening. And I literally spent all this time trying to read everything they have on anything they have that talks about if you do X, Y, Z, it could result in a suspended account. So after reading all that stuff, I pretty much came to the conclusion that I didn't do anything wrong, nothing even remotely close to anything that could deem punishable by the Twitter gods. Anyway, so I pretty much, in a frenzy, I started writing them a letter. What's going on? I use Twitter like any normal person. If I'm doing something wrong, let me know and I'll stop, yada, yada, yada. So I pretty much sent them this letter and then complete silence. I didn't hear anything back from them, but yet I still have this suspended Twitter account. So what happened next was pretty weird. It was like every 5 minutes I found in myself that I was in this habit of going to Twitter to check my tweets or to check to see if it was available, checking my email, checking to see if there has been any updates. I'm checking for some change and nothing. Now, looking at myself, I always have felt that I'm a pretty disciplined person. Not perfect, but I'm pretty disciplined. But it wasn't until that day that I noticed just how much I wasn't in control of my business and actually my life. Why did I have such an irresistible urge to stop whatever it was I was doing to go and check Twitter or check this, check that? Anyway, after that realization, I concluded that there was pretty much nothing I could do until I heard back from them. And more important, I realized that Twitter had more control over me than I thought. So finally, I did what I had to do. I resolved not to check my Twitter account anymore until I heard something from them. And when I resolved to do that, something weird and instantly happened over the next few days. Instantly, I became much more focused. Suddenly, my mind was totally clear. My productivity skyrocketed. In fact, during that time, it was like less than 2 weeks, I think, I was able to create an entirely new product, an entire new income stream just in that short period of time. All because I was forced to make the conscious decision to remove major distractions in my life. Okay, so it might be sounding like I'm saying Twitter is a bad thing. So it might be begging the question, what do I think of Twitter right now? I don't want you to mistake what I'm saying. I'm not saying Twitter is anything. Twitter's still one of the greatest things that has ever happened in the social media space. It allows you, whether you're a regular person or a business owner, a level of communication with people that has never been seen before in any type of digital space. So it's always going to be, or at least the concept of Twitter is always going to be a major part in my life and my business, and I'm always going to continue to recommend using it. My point for talking about this is to say, as great as Twitter is, or things like Twitter, it can and it will become a major distraction if you let it. And it's so sneaky that it could end up hurting you and hurting your business while you think it's helping. All right, so what actually happened with my account? What was their reason for temporarily kicking me off? I'm back on now, but what was the reason for kicking me off? Well, I got an email. According to them, I was doing what they consider, or what they call, follow churn. And basically, follow churn is the aspect of repeatedly following people and then unfollowing other people. So doing that in this cycle. So when you do that, it basically causes your account to be suspended for at least a week. So I'm reading this in my email, and that's what they're saying I'm doing, and I'm like, what? I mean, if you go and look at my Twitter account right now, you'll see that today I followed a total of about 300 people that I've actually followed. And the amount of people that I've actually unfollowed is probably 3, maybe even less. I don't unfollow anyone, and that's total. So I've even gone as far, and this is probably not even in the best interest for me. I've even adopted a policy of not following back the people who follow me. And I've even gone as far as to do that, which I should probably even revoke because it's not very fair to the people who follow me. If people follow me, it's only fair that I follow them back. So on a completely different note, I'll probably even reverse that policy. But I've gone above and beyond not to do the very thing they're telling me that I was doing. So in the end, according to the explanation they sent me, Twitter couldn't have been more wrong about what I'm doing. So anyway, I figured I would share that story with you first to let you know that I'm back on Twitter, but I didn't want to bash Twitter. That's not even the point. The point is I wanted to hopefully open your eyes to the hidden items that might be in our lives that are holding us back from our goals. Items that we might be thinking are helping us but are actually hurting us. So my recommendation as it relates to Twitter and things like Twitter, such as email, is to uninstall software and clients that we download on our computer, any software that has the potential of interrupting your work. Like, still tweet. Tweeting is great. And still check your email, obviously. But I would recommend creating predetermined times that we're going to log in on the web to go and do it. So I don't have TweetDeck. I don't have any of those things. When I'm going to email or when I'm going to tweet, I log into the web interface. So I create that little barrier that doesn't let me do it so easy. I guarantee that if you do that, not specifically what I said, but do things where you eliminate those things that can distract you, you will see a dramatic increase in your productivity. So that's it. If you like this video, I'm going to ask that you retweet it. Love Twitter. Retweet this video. And if you have any questions for me about Twitter, marketing, or anything in general that you want to hear me talk about on video, send me an email at kyle@kylegraham.tv. All right, thanks.